client says this, the client says that, client's being rude, the client's being a moron, the client doesn't get my vision, the client's cheap and doesn't want to pay me. Wait, what? Hi, and welcome to my channel. There's a lot being written and said about clients on the internet and in social media amongst photographers and other creators. That kind of nags me a bit, and I do disagree with, because most of it's not as positive as it should be. It's really quite negative. And here's a few things that I've picked up on regarding this trend of criticizing clients online. So, time to get talking about it. I must say I have been in the customer service business for about 24-25 years now. So I have a bit of experience handling customers for some of the biggest companies in Sweden and a couple of large companies in the world, such as D-Link and other companies. Second thing to address is the customer pays you. You're just a hired gun. They pay you to bring their vision to life, not yours, their vision. So, like I said, you're just a hired gun. So swallow your pride and do what the customer asks you to do. It's not harder than that. This is what I've learned, how to make customers or clients happy. If your client's unhappy with you, it's because you're not listening to the client. Never, ever tell the customer or client what they want. They already know what they want. You should be drawing information from them to get their vision out, not the other way around. You can give pointers on how to reach certain things and how to accomplish certain things, but never ever forget the client's vision of a project. When a client is difficult, more often than not, they don't understand photography, they don't understand art, or they don't understand the process in creating this vision of theirs into a real life product. So it's up to you to explain. Be clear in your communication with the client. This is how it works, this is what you will get, this is the price you'll pay for this. So it's all up to you to explain your process to a client. You can't explain my process or another person's process, but you need to explain yours so the client understands what you are doing. Okay? It's just a matter of taking the time from running around with the camera to just explaining things to a customer. So this is another thing that I used to, or I'm experiencing a lot when I talk to clients. They are stressed. They're stressed out because of the lack of knowledge. A great way to diffuse that situation is by using humor and your knowledge. You're the expert, not the client. The client has contacted you to get something done, and the client considers you to be the expert on that thing. So use a bit of humor to diffuse the situation and use your knowledge and your know-it-all to explain to the customer what you're doing. I rarely got projects shut down by a client. whether it's photography, art, or design things. Why? Because early on I learned to swallow my pride, listen for what the client wants, and never manipulate the client into wanting what I want to do. If I do my job right with clients, I have all the time in the world for my own projects on the side. Only once have I taken my name from something and asked the client not to mention me. And that wasn't because of the client or me per se. I designed a tattoo for a person. And when the artist that did the tattoo was done, it was so far off from what the client wanted me to do and what I had designed. So I asked them not to talk about me regarding to that tattoo. But the client was happy, I was happy, and probably the tattoo artist was happy too, since he got paid a lot. And I also done wedding photography, and I will never do that again. The client was happy, I was sure as hell not happy. I was stressed out and don't want to do that again. But even if you get shut down, take every job you do as a lesson in how to do the next one. Like for instance, a couple of years ago I made cover art for a DVD movie, or a DVD release of a movie, a Swedish horror movie that was the worst movie I've ever seen. It's so boring, it's so dull, it's so bad. But of course, I never told the customer what I felt about the movie. When he asked, I kind of circled around that question, but we had a clear communication about what the design was supposed to be and what they wanted it to look like. And in the end, I got paid. I was happy walking to the bank. The client was happy they got their cover art. And yeah, clear communication made that possible. And I learned how to do the next job. And after that, I learned to do the next job. So it goes on and on. Life is an eternal journey to learning things. But during my 25 years in customer service, or working with clients and customers, I've learned this. And these are 3 things that I feel is the most important when you talk to clients. First of all, be supportive. Don't leave a client hanging. Be polite. Always be polite. Even though the client is angry with you, at you, whatever, is often or not just because of stress. The client doesn't know how to get things done, basically. And that's up to you to explain. Politely. Never talk down to a customer. They pay you. And the third thing, to sums this all up, and I've been on this the entire video. Be clear in your communication. Make the customer understand you. Because bad communication will get you in trouble. No doubt about it. And if the client nags about the cost of you doing what they want you to do, you haven't been clear with what you do and what the price is from the beginning. So everything comes down to good two-way communication between you and the client. And I'm so sick and tired of reading about the client did this, the client does that online. It sickens me. They pay you. Be happy to get their money. They pay you for your time, your knowledge, and don't talk a client down, whether it's in person or in social media. That's just rude and bad behavior. Just felt I needed to make a video about this. And yeah, next time I'll talk about something else, hopefully more positive. But I just needed to get this out of my system. So, see you in the next one.